Hey y'all, it's K Cash. All right, I seen P Valley. I'm so excited about the show. Mm, mm, mm. Did y'all see that episode? Did y'all see that episode? Hannah? Uh. We start off popping. We got colorful wigs. We got finger waves. You know, we in the dang, what kind of car is that? I can't even think of the name of the car. It's a it look like it's hmm, a Oldsmobile or something, whatever, whatever. But anyway, we got Haley and Mercedes. They in the car. They making transactions. They getting to the money. They going to the check cashing place. Baby, they said they found it in Louise, baby. Yes, yes, yes. They said they found in Louise. So next we see Uncle Cliff. His phone is off the hook, honey. He at home. We get to see his home life. You know, he in the bed. He worried about, what could happen to the pink and what he could do. And, he just stuck in a hard place, Meanwhile, Lamarcus, a.k.a. Little Murder, keep hitting him up on the phone trying to get him to the house. Ugh. And we see that Grandma is Loretta Devine. Not only is she, Grandma, she's also blind, so she's listening to music, and she can also hear that the phone is off as well. So I guess it's a Saturday morning or whatever, and she dancing to her little music in the morning and having herself a good little time. And she tells Uncle Cliff, come on over here and dance with me, have a good time with me. And his phone still steady going off. And she said, well, I got some neck bones in the pot back there. He like, nah, Grandma, I don't want no neck bones. And so she said she can't move like she used to. So they go into the dining room, and he says he break it on down to her like, I don't think the pink gonna last too much longer. And she like, what you mean by that? So then he gets up and he starts pulling out all the payday loans and leases and liens and all this stuff that he pulls out. And she said, well, I may have signed some things I was not supposed to sign, but you also done some things that you weren't supposed to do as well. You know. So apparently the pink used to be a juke joint when she was running it, and she said, well, you said turn it into a shake joint would bring in more money. Yeah, you can bring in more money, but if they want to tear it down, you know what I'm saying, they just gonna tear it on down, baby. So finally, Grandma says, you ought to invite him over. Uncle Cliff was like, what? He was like, I heard your phone going off. Grandma said, I hear the phone. You can't hide it. You might as well tell him to come on over. Stop beeping, 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 beeping on your phone. So, she said that we got a, you know, pot full of neck bones that he can come on over and eat. So let me make sure I get this in order. Oh yeah. So then we go to Mercedes. Mercedes is still riding around with Haley, and she goes to see her daughter at her tennis lesson. And she tells Shell she ain't been answering my calls. And her daughter just break it down to her, like every weekend you say you're gonna come through, something always happen, and so, that's how it goes, something always happen, and she wants to get her daughter. So I guess I'm kind of figuring out what's going on. All right, so was it that her Shell's, maybe Mercedes was dating Shell's husband, had a baby, he got custody of the baby, Cortez, and then Cortez died, and then his wife had to end up raising the child because maybe back in the day Mercedes must have got into some trouble, or maybe she went to jail, and maybe that was the only reason why. And then now it's since she out, but she still got to get to this money, and She want custody of her and she trying to get back on her feet. But I think she a teenager, so I don't know if this just, it don't sound like it just happened because she did call her mama. She called Shell mama, so I don't think that's nothing that just happened. So Hazel tell her, come on back in the car or whatever. But she had the nerve to say my Uber waiting. Okay, Mercedes. And I also been seeing around in the blogs where they were talking about Mercedes natural hair. I mean, y'all just love to make something out of fucking nothing. I mean, it's her hair. It's nice, it's curly, it's cute. Like, it fits her. So it's hair. That's all it is. It's hair. Everybody got different textures. Everybody like to wear different sizes, different styles. Like, we really need to stop this shit. Like, it's beyond belief. We have been, told these stigmas that we have to look a certain way or whatever. Look, the way you look is beautiful and it's fine. And I like it for the show. It wouldn't be the show if you didn't have somebody wearing their natural hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I wear wigs, I've been wearing wigs for a long time, but wigs and weaves, but up under here, up under all of this, baby, it's a straight up afro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud, black, and I'm proud. You feel me? You feel me? So anyway, they also go to the restaurant, Haley and Mercedes. I want to call her Brandy so bad. I don't know why. And I guess they talking about the money transaction and how much money they getting and who decides to come into the restaurant. Oh, Andre. Andre pulls into the restaurant and he just looks and they just stare at each other. For some reason, I do see some chemistry between them, but it's like they already know that their worlds are different and apart. Plus, he married. Not only is he married, he was actually on FaceTime with his wife, and that shit didn't work out. She was on the phone saying, "I love you, baby," and everything. He just slammed the computer down in front of her. I'm like, well, damn, what's going on? But then you can also look at it like, look, he is an attorney. He's out here doing business. He really, he can't touch or hold her, so I'm not even going to get into all them analytics. Or, he done caught the bug with Haley, honey. Ooh, child. He done caught the bug with Haley, honey. So, he came in and paid the bill, and she was like, dang, you ain't even do nothing. You ain't even say no words, and he already doing stuff for you, So at any rate, I think what happened next was, let's get into Lil Murder and what's her name? Mississippi. M.I. Cricket letter I. Humpy I. She on the blow up, y'all. She on World Star Hip Hop, her videos and stuff like that. So she have a little mean with Lil Murder, She was like, I done been on your Instagram page. That shit ain't popping. Are you really serious about this rap thing? Because I think she really serious. I think if she had somebody like Coach, I believe she would get the hell on. I don't think she in it for just right now. And I think eventually, she really want to try to, move on from her baby dad. I don't know what's up with that situation, but Lil Murder say, hey, this been happening a Mississippi minute with this arm. And she was like, oh, no, black girls don't bruise. No, we don't bruise, but hell, if you get hit, you still get bruised. So, what? So she tell Lil Murder, look, what we gonna do, we finna pose for the gram. We finna act as a damn couple. So they taking pictures, they posing with each other, and people love couples. Everybody just grasp, oh, they go together, oh, they so cute, they're a cute couple, blah, 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 blah. So now they gonna be posing as a couple, Meanwhile, Lil Murder, he goes and has his little date with Uncle Cliff. That was so cute, he had his little ass, Uncle Cliff had on his little ascot. And they had some neck bones, and, Grandma was just telling those embarrassing stories, and I'm pretty much sure, Uncle Cliff didn't want to, didn't want anyone to know about. And We also get to see a little picture of him when he was a little boy, and Grandma said, "Oh, he was twitching when he came out." You know what I'm saying? So that was like refreshing, to see. And then little Murder hooked Grandma up with some weed. She said they said weed supposed to help your vision. I can't see, but it sure enough make me feel better. When Little Murder was there, he also got a text from his manager. Dang, I forgot what Mississippi said his manager was. Work at a funeral home, and he ain't really got nothing going on. So he at the funeral home. I mean, the manager or whatever. So Little Murder hit him up like, "Look, I come through when I come through." Later, we see that they asked him, Mississippi and Little Murder, they at the studio or whatever, and they asked him like, "Man, we ain't seen you. You been not coming through. You're gonna have to have you a new song. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to keep the momentum going, man. What's going on?" And then here go Mississippi. "Oh, he been busy. He been real busy with me." And so that's when they start kissing. His homeboys, they lay back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, woo, this is gonna be interesting because hey, at any point, I feel like Lil Murder and her could really have something going on with each other. I don't know how, what I'm saying, how he is really into Uncle Cliff. I don't know if he into Uncle Cliff because of who he is or what he can do, because everybody out here trying to get something. Yes, Terry. Huh? Yeah. Everybody out here trying to get something. You know what I'm saying? It's a big hustle. Ugh. Oh, yeah, child. Mississippi wants the headline, honey. She talks to Uncle Cliff. She lets Uncle Cliff know, "Look, the girls, first of all, the girls down there, they hating on her. They like, 'Oh, you glowing up.' And she like, 'What you mad because I'm glowing up or whatever?' Like, don't be mad, you know what I'm saying? Don't be hate. Like, y'all gotta realize this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? What are you in it for if you ain't in it to get the most out of the situation?" So she go talk to Uncle Cliff, and she tells him, "We should have a little murder. We should have murder night, and I should be the headliner." And first Uncle Cliff, swoops, tell her like, "Go on, girl." He tell her, "Go on, girl. You don't know what you talking about. No, it could be a really big thing." And she was like, "Little Murder put you up to this." She was like, "No, it was my idea." Oh, so after Mississippi walked out, Uncle Cliff said, "Oh, I told her well." Child. My bad, y'all. I had to switch out, and my phone was going dead and all this crazy stuff. But where were we? Oh yeah, so we finna have murder night or whatever. So, meanwhile, Uncle Cliff needs the tea, baby. We see him in the nail shop, and he speaks their language. He speaks I don't know what, Thailand, Asian, I don't know where they from. I guess they Asian. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't really know exactly where they from, but if you tell them one thing, they tell you something else. But whatever it was, Uncle Cliff knew the language. And oh my God, I feel so bad. I don't know her name. The lady that works in the mayor's office actually used to work at the Pink. She was one of Uncle Cliff's first graduates, as we must say. And, he was like, "Look, you need to let me know what's going on." You know what I'm saying? I already knew. Eloise, that's her name, Eloise. You need to let me know what's going on. How can you do us like this without letting us know that this was happening? So, that's that. She just listened. But we find out later on that she stopped through by the Pink, and she's sitting back there with the other Latina lady is. So I don't know if I don't think she was a dancer, or maybe she was the one that helped with the supplies and stuff that they needed. So everybody knew her. "Is that Eloise? Eloise back, they gathered around her and she telling so many stories and stuff and how she came back and she tells Uncle Cliff, can we have this reunion outside? And she pretty much tell Uncle Cliff that how they treat her like a fly, how they treat her like she non-existent and she like a fly on the wall. But by her at first she was upset about it, but then she realized that, hey, if they ain't paying me no attention, that means that I know a lot of information. And sometimes that's what it takes. It takes for you to be quiet and be patient, before you just really, see what's going on and all the information. But basically, Eloise tell her that, and let me get this right, it's got to do something with the city council. Like, you got to put in a petition to vote. And Uncle Cliff was like, well, these folks around here don't vote. No, they don't vote, but they sure enough like coming to see some titties and having some drinks. So, what they trying to do is they trying to have this casino thing slide right up under the table where nobody has to know about it. But if they had a petition to vote for it, at least that could start them some time. So, Uncle Cliff like, well, thank you. And not only that, they want to build some, a housing development, a lot of little stuff, that's going on. And he wanted to have a little town and all this grand stuff. So, meanwhile, while they talking, we going back over to the plantation. We got the brothers, they ready to give up daddy land. They sick of that shit. They don't like him. They don't care what he got going with it. And Corbin is like, hold on, wait, whoa, your brakes. How do you think you got this land? It was passed down. How can you just sell it? Why don't you just lease it? And the brothers, they like, we ain't trying to lease it. Matter of fact, you thought Civil War was over, they gonna pull a damn shotgun out on him. And then, they ordering Corbin around like he the fucking help too. Corbin, fix me another drink. I'm like, look at this shit here. But you see, Andre peeped all of it. Sometimes when you have a deal, yeah, you there to do your job and you just there for business. But at some point, if you have a heart, you got to think about what's morally right. You know what I'm saying? And Corbin didn't want to sign the paper. He wanted to leave. But once they pulled that damn shotgun out on him, he signed it. But Andre helped him because he went back to the person the land developer, who said he got to get back to his wife on the computer. He tells him how about leasing the land and something about a 5% from the pink or something that he'll get 50%. So I don't know that Andre changed it up. I don't know what happened between that paper being signed against what Andre was saying. I really don't get that point or whatever, but we'll find out. So hopefully, they able to lease it, but I don't know if the pink still finna go down. Or maybe he want to go see Haley at the pink one more time. So we go back to I want to make sure I hit everything up. So in those words, when Eloise told Uncle Cliff about what was going on, he go get Patrice Woodbine out of jail. She said, oh, you bailed me out. I can't believe you did that. Blah, 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 blah. What you want? Oh, Uncle Cliff wants something. And she loud enough. And she can get the people together. He said, you want your church? Well, gotta put in this work. She sure enough walked out with him. Especially after her daughter said, you mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? She finna redeem herself some kind of way. And to believe she still stayed in jail. You would have thought some of the church folk would have got her out of jail. Ain't that messed up? Child. I tell you, honey. So anyway, Haley, uh, Mercedes talked to the home arrest dude. Home arrest. Is it home arrest? Probation dude, home arrest dude. I'm gonna call him home arrest dude. She talked to him. He the one who get the IDs and stuff for them. So he know how she looked very well. So he brought him over to her house, and Haley like, dang, you don't like him or whatever. She was like, no. From what the conversation they were having, it sounded like Mercedes ain't even having sex right now with nobody. She just chilling. And then she told Haley, shit, if I knew you would get money like this, shit, I had you be my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of house arrest dude, he got Fat Boy to put his ankle bracelet on. They go to the store. Fat Boy like, man, I don't want to keep doing that. I don't want to keep doing it. He was like, you eating good, ain't you? He like, yeah. So shut up and wear this bracelet, ankle bracelet. But as house arrest dude walked by, he sees a poster with Brandy's face. And that's how it ended. I was trying to figure out how it ended, but that's how it ended. He saw the poster with Brandy's face on it. Ooh, it gonna happen. So, I think I hit the points that I needed to hit. You know what I'm saying? If I forgot anything, I'll sure enough catch up with you next time. So, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Once again, shout out to the soundtrack. Oh my God, like every song on there, I'm just, hey, turn it up, hey, turn it up, ow, turn it up. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, it's K Cash. You know, hit that little like button and subscribe. Bye.